And we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. And we're starting off the year on a positive note. I am about to list off my top 10 favorite movies of 2023. I will say this was a hard list because last year really had some bangers. So I'm gonna start off naming the movies what are still good, but didn't quite make the top 10. Barbie, Creed 3, Sisu, The Passenger, No Hard Feelings, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, let's get into the top 10, shall we? Awesome. Coming in at number 10, Fast X. Yes, I said it. A Fast and Furious movie. Listen, I don't care what the internet says. These movies are great. These movies are great. I will say this though. The predecessor, F9, I hated that. That was just like doing a bit, just a bit too much. You have Tyrese and Ludacris right into space with a Pontiac. Vin Diesel, he's Jesus or he's Superman and stuff like that. But Fast X, listen, when I started to watch Fast X, I think I was just like really down or something from like work and just feeling so stressed. And then I went to the theater, watched it by myself, and that lifted me up. The reason why is because we need movies like The Fast and Furious. Dumb fun. It is dumb, but it's fun, and it knows what it is. You have characters, once again, just coming back to life, who been dead. No spoilers, but it's like, I thought that you were dead. You don't watch the Fast and Furious movies for like no deep plot or probably no political lessons or rating life and stuff like that. You watch it to have a good time. And I had a great time with this movie. The action was there. They brought back street racing. It's about time. And also, I think that this is their best villain since The Rock was the villain in Fast 5. So that's my number 10 spot, Fast X. Please watch it. And coming in at number 9, Baba Yaga himself, John Wick 4. Woo! Y'all know what y'all watch this for. The fights, the gunfights, and Keanu Reeves, who's just amazing, rating this role. He does his own stunts, and the stunt work, like, I'm really just amazed by this franchise. How from part 1 straight to part 4, which is the last one, so they say, which is the last one, they make the stunts better and better and better. I don't know how they do it. You can just tell that the team, including the actors and also the stuntmen, they just care about this craft so much. You know, it's very little CGI rating this, so you can tell how much work they put in this. Not just the action though. The characters were great, the pacing was great, but my favorite part is that they actually closed the story. The story is closed, and I thought the ending was well suited. Keanu Reeves is John Wick, just how he's Neo from The Matrix. He owned this role, and I had a blast. Coming in at number 8, Killers of the Flower Moon. I had to put this here. This is a modern Scorsese film. Okay? And also, you have Leonardo DiCaprio in this, and you also have Robert De Niro in this. How can this movie fail? And it didn't. It didn't. This movie is 3 hours and a half long, right? I found it so enjoyable, so intriguing that I didn't even feel it. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. Like seriously, like I wrote notes on it and stuff like that. It's a drama, of course, but it's a very tragic and heartfelt movie. I can't go right into details without giving any spoilers away, so I won't do that. I just strongly recommend it. Moving forward to number 7. Now this even surprised me that this is this high, but I just recently watched this about a week ago, and that's why it went this high. It still counts. It's 2023. Coming in at number 7, I have Thanksgiving. Wow. This caught me off guard. This really got me off guard because when I watched the trailer, I didn't fully watch the trailer. I just saw like a snippet, and then it was like, oh, like just a regular slasher thriller, except this time it's at Thanksgiving time. And I'm like, oh wow, that's like so original, right? This movie was good. This movie was really, really good. It surprised me a lot, right? The plot makes sense, but what sells the movie is the kills. This movie is so gory. Some of the kills, they are like intentionally exaggerated. Like I couldn't even believe it. Like some of them, I was like, that can't really happen, but it was entertaining as the reveal of the killer was satisfying. I was like, I didn't see that coming at all. He or she was a great villain, and I'm satisfied with that. Please watch this movie, Thanksgiving. I think I'm gonna watch that again. You know what? I think moving forward, I think I might watch this movie every Thanksgiving. Coming in at number 6, we have Air. Air is the movie about the origins of Nike trying to sign Michael Jordan. And I must say, this is a feel-good movie. I felt good watching this. The characters sold it, showed how passionate they were in taking the risk and breaking the norms just to sign Michael Jordan. And of course, it proved beneficial. Like I'm wearing a pair of Nikes now. The acting was superb in this. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Chris Tucker, Viola Davis. They sold this movie, especially Viola Davis as Michael Jordan's mom. She sold that movie. And this movie was directed from Ben Affleck. Please watch this movie. I enjoyed it. You will too. This is a feel-good movie, and I think that everybody should watch it. Coming in at number 5. This is no surprise to me at all. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. That's a long title, but I don't care, because this was a great movie. Listen, Tom Cruise does it again. Last year, he did it with Top Gun Maverick. That was my number 1 movie of 2022. He comes back this year again with another top 10 flick. This was awesome. I am a fan. Okay, you may not know this, but I am a fan of slasher movies and also spy movies. I'm a James Bond head. I've watched all of the James Bond movies, but I'm also a fan of the Mission Impossible movies. I've watched all, and I will keep on watching all if they keep on putting out this great content. Similar to the John Wick movies, they just find a way to just up the ante. I don't know how they do it. Well, I lie. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is the answer. The action in this is amazing, but the storytelling is great as well, and the stunts and the characters, and of course, Tom Cruise running. Yes, it's not a Mission Impossible movie. I lie, it's not a Tom Cruise movie if there isn't a scene where he doesn't run. We have to see him running, and I look forward to it. Why? Because it's Tom Cruise. The stunt, what he did by himself, right on the dirt bike, jumping off a cliff, that was amazing. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Coming in at number 4, no surprise, Scream 6. I've said it time and time again, Scream is my favorite horror franchise of all time. I've watched all of them multiple times, even the bad ones, even though I personally, I think none of them are bad. What I like, the story was great. The motive for the killer made sense. And that's important. That's important. Why is the killer doing these killings? And once that makes sense, you have a great slasher movie. And that is why Scream is number 4. Now, I'm gonna take my time with this one. Number 3, I know this is a movie what none of you have watched. A lot of you haven't watched this movie. What I will recommend is, once I list this movie, please watch it. Search it up. You can DM me and then I'll send you the link so that you can watch it, okay? Coming in at number 3, Blackberry. Like I said, a lot of you probably didn't even know that this movie existed, but this movie is damn good. Blackberry is basically just the origin story of how Blackberry phone company was formed. The beauty of it is it shows its rise, its peak, and its downfall. The way they dramatize it and bring things full circle, remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable. Whether it's true or not, I was sold on this. The acting was amazing in this. The characters, and it just shows, like, it really just showed you like how far people will go to succeed, and just the power of adaptability. And it shows you sometimes, well, not sometimes, all the time, you can't grow without change. And so when you watch it, the character development is there, and it shows as the character develops, the company grows. But then when the characters choose to not to, then, well, we all know the history of Blackberry phones, right? And that's why Blackberry is my number 3 movie of 2023. I look forward to this. Number 2, Oppenheimer. Yes, listen, I waited the whole year for this movie. One, because I am a huge fan of Christopher Nolan. I ain't even like, we all know what Christopher Nolan has done. The Dark Knight, Interstellar, Inception, Dunkirk, The Prestige, the list goes on. This man's movies are phenomenal. So you know, when I found out he was doing this, I was like, okay, cool. Drop the first trailer, sold. Drop the second trailer, sold. And then what's so cool about it, he's one of the rare directors who still shoots on film. So his movies just have a certain look and feel to them. And I watched this movie in theaters. It just amazes me that you can make a 3-hour movie, no action scenes, no CGI, no fight scenes, no car chases or nothing like that. But it's still a spectacle. That's what's so crazy about it. This movie is essentially a war movie, but you never see the war. Like, you never see the soldiers right on the ground. And, well, I won't spoil it for you about what they do with the bomb itself, the atomic bomb, because that's basically what the movie is about. It's about what led to these scientists building the atomic bomb, the first one, right? And just the intensity and the dramatization of it, like, it really sells you how serious this topic is, and it did a beautiful job on it. The cinematography, like I said, I watched this in the IMAX theater, and whenever it's switched to those scenes, those landscape scenes, I'm like, good Lord, what is this? This is beautiful. And then when I found out the majority, if not all of the shots were real and practical, no CGI, nothing fake. Oh man. But let's get into the cast of it. Cillian Murphy as the lead was, give him the Oscars. Give him the Oscars. Matt Damon, Florence Pugh, Robert Downey Jr. as Strauss. I'm like, this dude, his character is like, no spoilers, but I can't stand him. That's how good his acting was. I'm just saying. That's how good his acting was. It's a beautiful tragedy. That's what I must say. And I would watch this again. In fact, I did watch it again, and I would totally recommend it. And that's why Oppenheimer is my second favorite number of 2023. Here we are to number one, numero uno. My favorite movie of 2023. SpiderMan Across the Spider-Verse. This caught me off guard. This really caught me off guard. It caught me off guard that I put it at number one. I'm not the biggest fan of animation. I like it, but I don't really like put it up there in terms of ranks, but this movie is the exception. This movie went full throttle, right to the point that this is not a kid's movie. This is a movie for all ages, and it hit home. I don't want to spoil it for you, but there were lots of moral conflicts in this, right to the point that if they had the budget to make this live action, it still would have felt the same way. I have never seen something look this great before. The animation styles on this is out of this world. They outdid themselves. They truly did. Y'all truly did. Y'all did that. They outdid themselves. The lead characters of Miles and Gwen, and even the villain, Miguel, it's so fleshed out. Feel it right in your chest. There's lots of emotional beats in it, and it hurts. Like, it really hurts to be like, oh my, like you are caught up in your feelings, and you aren't supposed to feel this way with animated movies, at least at times, because just like you say, this, you know, it's animated, it's for children, you know what I mean? It's not for children. They can watch it though, but this is for the whole family. You can even watch it by yourself. I just like things what made sense, and each thing right in this movie made sense. Even some of the logic, what I disagree with, like I get both sides, the good guys plus the bad guys. That is a beauty, and that's why it is my number one movie of 2023, and I will watch it again. I have watched it again. I would totally recommend this. So, that is my list for the best movies of 2023. What's coming next is the worst movies of 2023. Happy New Year, all. Have a good day.